standing. Please remain standing. We will now have the presentation of colors and the national anthem. Colors will be presented by the United States Army, Air Force, and Navy Reserve Officers Training Corps. The national anthem will be sung by Ms. Sabrina Laney Warren. Sabrina has been praised as a powerful and finely nuanced. Thank you very much. The national anthem will be sung by Ms. Sabrina Laney Warren. Sabrina has been praised as a powerful and finely nuanced soprano with seemingly unlimited vocal possibilities. She is making great strides in her young career with international acclaim. She has performed opera and concert works throughout North America and Europe. She's received several awards and recognition, including District Winner and Eastern Region finalist of the Metropolitan Opera, National Council Auditions in New York, Grace Moore Vocal Competition Award winner, Coeur d'Alene Symphony Competition Award winner, and others. She is completing her DMA at the University of Memphis, studying under faculty member Dr. Susan Orn Leonard.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. In the rockets' ring glare, the bombs bursting in air came proof through the that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good morning. Please be seated. I'm Karen Weddle West, University Provost. I want to welcome you to the fall convocation of the 105th commencement of the university. We are extremely proud of our graduating class. Today, we will award a total of 1,695 degrees from the 13 schools and colleges that comprise the university. During this ceremony, we will recognize 2 of our schools and 3 of our colleges. This brings the number of degrees awarded since 1912 to 165,511. At this time, I would like to introduce some special members of the platform party who will be participating in today's ceremony. Please stand as you're introduced. Mr. Bobby Prince, Chief Development Officer. Dr. Andrew Myers, Vice President for Research and Executive Director, University of Memphis Research Foundation. Mr. David Zettergren, Vice President, Business and Finance. Dr. Robert Jackson, Chief Information Officer. Dr. Stephanie Blaisdell, Assistant Vice President for Student Development, Student Affairs. Professor Tom Banning, President, Faculty Senate. Dr. Rajiv Grover, Dean, Fogelman College of Business and Economics. Dr. Radesh Palakirthi, Director, Kimmons Wilson School of Hospitality and Resort Management. Dr. Lynn Zahn, Dean, Lauenburg College of Nursing. Dr. Richard Bloomer, Director, School of Health Studies. Dr. Ernest Rako, Dean, College of Education. Dr. Richard Schweigert, Dean, Herf College of Engineering. Dr. James Gurney, Dean, School of Public Health. Dr. Sylverna Ford, Dean, University Libraries. Ms. Tammy Hedges, Vice President for External Relations. Dr. Liesl Lux Mendel, Associate Dean, School of Communication Sciences and Disorders. It is now my pleasure to introduce Mr. Jared Moses, President of the Student Government Association. Jared is a senior, majoring in management in the Fogelman College of Business and Economics. Jared?
Thank you, Dr. Whittle-West. Good morning. On behalf of the entire U of M student body, I congratulate all of you on this great accomplishment in your academic and professional lives. As a senior graduating this upcoming May, I am fully aware of the hard work, dedication, and sacrifices each of you had to make to arrive at this day. When preparing for this speech this past week, the famous excerpt given by NFL coach and legend Vince Lombardi came to mind. In this work, he said the following words: "Excellence must be pursued. It must be wooed with all one's might and every effort that we have. Each day there's a new encounter. Each week there's a new challenge. In all of the display and in all of the noise and all of the glamour and all of the color and all of the excitement and all of the rings and all of the money, those are the things that only linger in the memory. But the spirit, the will to excel, the will to win, these are the things that remain." Although he used these words to inspire his football team, these same sentiments can be used today as you reflect on your journey to this present moment. You all experience new challenges every week. Sometimes it was an extremely hard biology exam, or sometimes it was simply trying to cross the tracks before the train came. You all experienced the glamour of great wins from our football team and great performances from our theater and music departments. But when students like Michael Barber, a student who has humbly served this university, and many other students like yourselves think about their time at the U of M years from now, one thing will come to mind: the tenacity and perseverance it took to earn your degree. Again, congratulations, Tigers, and remember, go Tigers. Thank you.
Thank you, Jared. It is also my distinct pleasure to introduce our 12th president of the University of Memphis, Dr. M. David Rudd.
Let me add my welcome to you to the fall convocation of the 105th Commencement. Today is an exciting day for those of us at the university. We have had the opportunity to work with you as students, get to know you as individuals, and become aware of your talents and dreams. We have watched you learn, mature, and now we have the opportunity to see you move to a new phase in your lives. It's a thrill for us to be involved in your education, and now it is my pleasure and privilege to introduce your commencement speaker. Donald Godwin is considered one of the most respected and tenacious trial lawyers in the country. For more than 40 years, Don has tried significant jury cases in courts throughout Texas and across the United States. Board certified in civil trial law by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, he has the ability to translate complex matters of law and fact into easily understandable language for courts and juries. Don's practice covers a broad range of areas with an emphasis on complex litigation, including oil and gas, environmental, fiduciary duties and contests, major family law disputes, and business torts. He has been the lead trial lawyer for Halliburton in connection with all of the civil litigation and investigations concerning BP's Macondo well blowout in the Gulf of Mexico. Board certified in civil trial law by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, and a member of the American Board of Trial Advocates, Mr. Godwin is considered one of the most widely respected attorneys in the country. Recognized in Chambers USA since 2014 in the area of general commercial litigation, selected to the Law Dragon 500, honoring the 500 leading attorneys in America. Named to the top 100 lawyers in Texas by Thomson Reuters and Times, and chosen among Thomson Reuters' Texas super lawyers since the award was initiated in 2003. He has also been honored by selection of the list of the best trial lawyers in America since 2012 in the area of commercial litigation, along with a variety of other insignificant honors. He practices commercial litigation, environmental litigation, energy, oil, and gas litigation, wills, probate, and estate planning litigation, divorce litigation, and eminent domain and zoning litigation as well. He's board certified in civil trial law. The Texas Board of Legal Specialization in 1979 rated him preeminent T.M. Martindale Hubbell and holds degrees from Southern Methodist University, a J.D., a University of North Carolina Wilmington BS, and he is a graduate of the University of Memphis with an MS in accounting. Don is a wonderful Memphis story of someone that comes through our university and rises to the top ranks in his profession. And I look forward to Don sharing his story with you. Please join me in welcoming Don Godwin.
Thank you, Dr. Rudd. Can you hear me out there okay? Thank you, Dr. Rudd, for the wonderful introduction, to the trustees for inviting me here today, and to all who are in attendance. I'd like to also recognize my wife, Carmen, over here, who's been with me for 39 years, for joining me today. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, honey. We have with us today our daughter and son-in-law. They'll come to the afternoon session, and our two grandkids, 8 and 5 years of age. I can assure you it wouldn't be nearly as quiet after about 15 minutes if they were here this morning. I have some comments I'd like to make to you today, but first I'd like to say to all the graduates, congratulations. This is a special day to you, and I'm just so pleased and proud to be a part of this. I want you to reflect on your journey, if you will, for a moment, graduates. It is obvious to me, and probably all others here, that you have made a decision to change your life by attending the University of Memphis and earning your degree. You've made a decision that you want to do something better with your lives and perhaps what you've experienced to date. I would ask all of you graduates, if you will, to, as you reflect on your journey, just close your eyes for a moment and just think about some things that I'm going to say to you. And just think privately about things that matter to you as you sit here today on this very significant day in your lives. Just imagine what your life would be like if you were not graduating today. Just imagine your life if you had not decided and committed to go to college. Just imagine your life if you were not here right now. Just imagine what your life will be like now that you have graduated from the University of Memphis and you've worked hard and tirelessly for all these years to accomplish this goal. This reminds me of a quotation from one of our famous presidents, President Calvin Coolidge, the 30th President of the United States, where he talked about what it means to achieve, what it means to aspire to accomplish something that others never thought possible for you. Nothing in the world can take the place of persistence. Talent will not. Nothing is more common than unsuccessful men and women with immense talent. Genius will not. Unrewarded genius is almost a proverb. Education will not. The world is full of educated derelicts. Persistence and determination alone will control the outcomes of the world and the outcomes of your lives. The slogan, press on, has solved and always will solve the problems of the human race. Think about what that means in your lives, graduate, that on those days when you thought there was not much going to happen that was going to be for you, you just had to press on, and you see where you are today. I would ask you to consider, graduates, this is just the beginning. Although congratulations are certainly in order for your accomplishments, it is important to view today as the starting line, not the finish line. Your journey continues past today as you continue to proceed toward new goals and accomplishments. Nothing is accomplished by living in the past. Nothing is accomplished by sitting back and reveling in all the things you've done. It's the dreaming about what you're going to do in the future that's important based upon what you've done to get to this point and to the point of where that dream can become reality. I'm hopeful for each of you that you will achieve many more accomplishments and celebrations like the one you are accomplishing and achieving here today. Your journey is a marathon. It's not a sprint. Just imagine what your life will be like if you never give up, you never give in. You will have many ups and downs in life, as you all know. As you know, you will wake up many days and you'll wonder, what does life have in store for me today? You have to keep striving and seeking to achieve every single day. You can't give up. To be successful where you are in attaining these degrees, you've had to work hard every day. Not 4 days a week, not 3 days a week. You do it every day. Some more than others, obviously. It will take hard work, but just imagine what your life will be if you recognize, seize, and take advantage of every opportunity that is presented to you. They're out there. It's just a matter of recognizing them, and when you do, what are you going to do with it? Now just imagine what your life will be like if you don't take advantage of these opportunities, of the opportunities that you have earned the right to. Now that you have these degrees and you go forward, you're going to be given opportunities that your family, your friends, and others who are not graduating and maybe never have will never be able to take advantage of but for what you've accomplished, and you should be congratulated for that. There will be many people, as we all know, in your lives who will not necessarily be in your corner. Not everybody's going to be a cheerleader for everybody else. We all know that's human nature. But there will also be many, many, many more people who are willing to give you a helping hand and want the best for you. You have to be able to recognize these people and remember them as they provide you with opportunities that will give you the ability to challenge yourselves to do more than you ever dreamed possible. Don't let anybody pull a glass ceiling on you. You have to be able to earn people's trust and instill in them a confidence in you. As when you are out in the real world where you're working, or you're a teacher at a university, or wherever you may be in your life, you're going to be working under people that you're going to want to impress. And if you impress them and work hard, it's going to give them not only the ability to do things for you, but it'll help their careers as well. And what's more satisfying than to see others benefit from your hard work. When you can work hard and do well for others, whether it's your family or your employers, and you see them benefit from it, that should be very gratifying. Never, ever forget those people in your lives who give you a helping hand along the way. Don't ever forget it. Don't ever, as my mother used to say to me back in North Carolina, Don, don't ever forget where you came from. Don't ever forget where you came from, because as you go up that ladder of success in life, remember there's going to come a time when you're going to have to come back down, and you're going to pass those very people that you passed on the way up. Be respectful and mindful of others always, no matter where you go in life, no matter what you achieve. Never let your circumstances limit your goals and expectations that you have for yourselves. Just imagine breaking free from and exceeding the expectations your circumstances in life or other people have placed on you. Now imagine if you don't let yourself dream, if you don't let your expectations and hopes exceed others' wildest dreams. I'll suggest to you in life, dream big. Small dreams don't accomplish very much. Dream big. Whether you get there or not, the fact is, as long as you dream big and you plan to do great things, you will accomplish great things. If you don't get up to bat and you don't swing to knock a home run, you're not likely to knock a home run. Whatever you do, you strive to do more than anybody ever thought possible. There are many in this building here today whose families never thought they would have the opportunity to walk down this aisle and come up here and get a diploma. And I congratulate all of those families that have kids here today that are getting degrees which you never had an opportunity to get. My dad went to the 10th grade in school. My mother was a graduate. My dad was a mechanic and then later a car salesman, worked hard all his life, a God-fearing man. My mother was a great lady. She took in, when I was young, washing and ironing in order to help us be able to get by, if you will. But they talked to us repeatedly about getting an education. As my dad and mom used to say, if you don't get an education, Don, and my sister and brother, you are not going to have the opportunities come your way that those with an education will. And they were great people and they worked hard, but they came from the farm. They came from a background where they didn't have the opportunity to do what we did. I came from a small town in North Carolina, grew up certainly not from a privileged family, and was able to meet some folks. I'm embarrassed to say it in some ways, but when I got out of high school, we couldn't afford for me to go to college. So for the first year, I stayed out and I worked at Winn-Dixie Food Store. And I thought that's all I was ever going to do. And when I was asked what I wanted, it was to be a manager of a Winn-Dixie Food Store. Well, that was a long time ago, and I felt a lot of pride in taking that position. I met a young man who was a professor at the University of North Carolina at Wilmington after I had attended there on a scholarship, and he was a graduate of the University of Memphis. His name was Robert Appleton. He had his master's degree in accounting from here, and he was there at Wilmington, and he said to me when I was going to graduate, Don, what would you like to do with your life? And I said, well, I'd like to go on. I'd passed the CPA exam in my senior year in college, and I'd like to go to work for Winn-Dixie in their home office. He said, why don't you go to graduate school? I'd never dreamed that big. I never thought of that being a possibility. He said, let me help you. I didn't apply to any school but to Memphis State University. I got a scholarship. I came here. I was here for a year and a half. I never thought I'd be here. At that point in my life, I'd never been on an airplane. I'd only been to 3 states, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia in my life before I came to Tennessee. What I'm talking to you about is opportunities and seizing those opportunities when they're presented. As I was about to graduate with my master's degree, having been a graduate assistant for one of the most kind human beings I ever met, Dr. Jesse Spiceland, I was asked by Dean James Thompson of the business school, accounting school, what would you like to do now, Don? I said, I'd like to go on back to Winn-Dixie and maybe go to Jacksonville, Florida and work in their home office. I thought I'd earned that right. I thought I'd earned that now with a master's degree. He said, Don, We think you need to do more than that. This was a mentor. This was somebody who didn't know me anything. He said to me, no, you need to go to law school. I said, what are you talking about, law school? I grew up in North Carolina, went to the Baptist church. The lawyers and doctors sat on the front row. We sat on the back row. What would I know about lawyers? I'd never met one. He said, I want you to meet one. He introduced me to a wonderful gentleman here in town named John Kimbrough. And from there, they arranged for me to go down to SMU in Texas, where I'd never been, and interview with the dean of the law school down there. And as I did that, took the exam to get in, was given a scholarship there, but you'll find it interesting that when I went into the dean's office, I sat down. He said, Don, I see you've worked long and hard. You didn't go to college with your friends, but you graduated in a 4-year program in 3 years, and you did well. He said, son, you took advantage of the opportunities that came your way. You went on, graduated high in your class in undergraduate school, passed the CPA exam, done extremely well here at Memphis State University. And he said, why don't you go to law school? And I said, well, we don't have the resources to go. I never thought about being a lawyer. I wasn't dreaming big back then because I was dreaming what I thought was realistically. He said to me, Don, today may be your lucky day. Here comes another one of those angels coming my way, like will come your way, graduates, and may have already been there. He said, Don, I want you to listen to me. Son, I've always wanted to do something good for some kid from my hometown, Wilmington, North Carolina. This was the dean of the law school that could influence my going to SMU. You never know when they're going to show up. But as they say, they may not always be there when you want them, but they'll always be there right on time. Right on time. And it was there right on time for me. I went to SMU, I graduated, and the rest is history. I've been practicing law for 40 years, a little over 40 years. I've tried lawsuits to juries all over the United States. I've been in cases in foreign countries, and I've been so far of the benefit, if you will, of having tried the largest lawsuit ever tried to verdict in the history of the world. And that was a BP blowout litigation down in the Gulf of Mexico, where over 4 million barrels of oil were lost into the Gulf, and many, many other cases along the way. I've had a lot of people help me. It's not about what I've done. It's what others have given me an opportunity to do and what others have allowed me to do and helped me do. But I seized those opportunities. I saw in them a desire for me to do something more than what I might have seen for myself. You must set your own goals and strive to achieve them, and be thankful for all those graduates who've been there for you. Well, those mamas and daddies were having to sacrifice to come up with the money for you to go to school. Don't forget them when you start doing well. You must imagine what you can accomplish in life. Just imagine exceeding all expectations. All of you in this building graduating have had, in my judgment, some limitations put on you by not only yourself but by others. Show those people that you can break through those glass ceilings and you can accomplish what no one, including yourself, ever dreamed possible. If you don't go for it, nobody's going to go for it for you. If people give you an opportunity to do well, take advantage of it and make them proud. Your life, your lives, to all of you, depends upon you and what you do with it. We can't sit back and blame others for not accomplishing in life what we would like to have accomplished. We've got to strive every day to work to the best of our abilities to do even better than we ever dreamed possible. You can do it, but you must do it. I want to congratulate all the graduates, and I want to say I wish everyone here a happy, healthy, and blessed holiday season. God bless all of you, each and every one of you. And thank you for giving me the privilege and the opportunity to come up here today. I will tell you, and having spoken to juries and groups all over the world over 40 years of somewhat of a successful career, no day has made me more proud, and no group to whom I've spoken have I felt better about speaking to and more proud to speak with and to today than the group I have here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Godwin, for your timely, insightful, moving, and meaningful comments. We will now recognize each of the graduates. Their names will be read by Mr. Jacob Allen, Associate Professor, Musical Theater, and Miss Anita Jo Linhart, Associate Professor, Theater and Dance. At this time, I ask our guests to join us in acknowledging the accomplishments of our graduates. We draw your attention to the overhead screen that will allow you to have a close-up view of each candidate with President Rudd. The candidates for the doctoral degrees will be presented by Dr. Richard Irwin, Vice Provost for Academic Innovation and Student Support Services.
Dr. Rudd, I present the candidates for the doctoral degrees. Will the doctoral candidates please rise and remain standing? President Rudd, on behalf of the graduate faculty of the university, I recommend that the appropriate degrees be conferred.
Ladies and gentlemen of the graduating class, upon certification by the graduate school that you have fulfilled all of the requirements for graduation, and by the authority vested in me by the Tennessee Board of Regents, I confer upon each of you the doctoral degree that you have earned and admit to you all rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto. You will receive the appropriate diploma.
Jameson Tyler Fritz is receiving the Doctor of Philosophy from the Rudy E. Scheidt School of Music. Dr. David Evans, Mazer Professor, Interim Dean, Moira Logan. Abdullah Al-Shaki is receiving the Doctor of Philosophy from the Department of English. Dr. Emily Thrush, Major Professor, Dr. Thomas Neenan, Dean. Nana Akwazi Abaye Boteng is receiving the Doctor of Philosophy from the Department of Mathematical Sciences. Dr. E.O. George and Dr. Dale Bowman, co-major professors. Dr. George Hooding, Dr. Thomas Neenan, Dean. Christina M. Campion is receiving the Doctor of Philosophy from the Department of Biological Sciences. Dr. Judith A. Cole, Major Professor. Elizabeth Ann Crane is receiving the Doctor of Philosophy from the Department of English. Dr. Lorinda Cohoon, Major Professor. Dr. Thomas Neenan, Dean. Trenton James Hager is receiving the Doctor of Philosophy from the Department of English. Dr. Teresa Dahl, Major Professor. Walter Franklin Williams is receiving the Doctor of Philosophy from the Department of History. Dr. James E. Fickle, Major Professor. Mustafa H. Hajir is receiving the Doctor of Philosophy from the Department of Computer Science. Dr. Dipankar Dasgupta, Major Professor. Abhijit Kumar Nag is receiving the Doctor of Philosophy from the Department of Computer Science. Dr. Dipankar Dasgupta, Major Professor. William Michael Mosby is receiving the Doctor of Philosophy from the Department of English. Dr. Werner Mitchell, Major Professor. Professor Richard Liu, assisting in the hooding. Madhumita Paul is receiving the Doctor of Philosophy from the Department of Biological Sciences. Dr. Omar Scali, Major Professor. Dr. Thomas Neenan, Dean. Lauren Elizabeth Regal is receiving the Doctor of Philosophy from the Department of Chemistry. Dr. Abby Perrell and Dr. Daniel Baker, Major Professors. Hilal Sarkar is receiving the Doctor of Philosophy from the Department of Computer Science. Dr. Santosh Kumar, Major Professor. Dr. Thomas Neenan, Dean. Vanessa Claire Welshens is receiving the Doctor of Philosophy from the Department of History. Dr. Charles W. Crawford, Major Professor. Dr. Thomas Neenan, Dean.
Mr. Peter Letzo, Dean, Cecil C. Humphreys, School of Law.
Will the candidates for the Juris Doctor degree in the Cecil C. Humphreys School of Law please rise? President Rudd, on behalf of the faculty of the law school, I recommend that the appropriate degree be conferred.
Ladies and gentlemen of the graduating class, with the approval of the faculty of the Cecil C. Humphreys School of Law and upon certification of the Dean that you have fulfilled all of the requirements for graduation, and by the authority vested in me by the Tennessee Board of Regents, I confer upon each of you the Juris Doctorate degree and declare that you are entitled to all rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto.
These are the graduates who have earned a degree in the Cecil C. Humphreys School of Law. Dr. Peter V. Letzu, Dean. Professor Demetria Frank, assisting with the hooding. The following candidates have earned the Juris Doctor degree. Corbin I. Carpenter. Gintry Ann Nelson, hooded by her husband, Adam Nelson. Abby Elaine Odom. John D. Woods III.
At this time, President Rudd will confer the graduate degrees. Dr. Richard Irwin will introduce the school's candidates.
Will all of the candidates for our master's degrees please rise and remain standing? President Rudd, on behalf of the graduate faculty of the university, I recommend that the appropriate degrees be conferred.
Ladies and gentlemen of the graduating class, upon certification by the graduate school that you have fulfilled all of the requirements for graduation, and with the authority vested in me by the Tennessee Board of Regents, I confer upon each of you the degree that you have earned and admit to you all rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto. You will receive the appropriate diploma. Please be seated.
President Rudd, the deans of the colleges and schools of the candidates for the baccalaureate degree will present the undergraduate candidates as printed in the program. As your college is introduced, please rise and remain standing for the conferral of the baccalaureate degree. Dr. Dan Lattimore, Dean, University College.
Will all the candidates for the baccalaureate degree from the University College please rise and remain standing? President Rudd, on behalf of the faculty of the college, I recommend that the appropriate degrees be conferred. Thank you. You may be seated.
Professor Maura Logan, Interim Dean of the College of Communication and Fine Arts.
Will all the candidates for the baccalaureate degrees from the College of Communication and Fine Arts please rise and remain standing? President Rudd, on behalf of the faculty of the college, I recommend that the appropriate degrees be conferred. You may be seated.
Dr. Thomas Neenan, Dean, College of Arts and Sciences.
Will all of the candidates for the baccalaureate degree from the College of Arts and Sciences please rise and remain standing? President Rudd, I recommend that the appropriate, on behalf of the faculty of the college, I recommend that the appropriate degrees be conferred. Please be seated.
Will all of the baccalaureate degree candidates please rise? That's all of those that are receiving the baccalaureate degree, please rise. Ladies and gentlemen of the graduating class of the undergraduate schools and colleges of the University of Memphis, with approval of the undergraduate faculties of the university, and upon certification by the dean of your college that you have fulfilled all of the requirements for graduation, and with the authority vested in me by the Tennessee Board of Regents, I confer upon each of you the degree that you have earned and admit to you all rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto. You will receive the appropriate diploma. Now, at this time, it is customary that you move your tassel from the right to left, signifying that you've earned your baccalaureate degree. Please be seated.
It is important at this wonderful occasion to recognize the undergraduate students who have earned all A's or a 4.0 perfect GPA while matriculating to degree completion. Please join me in congratulating these students as they stand. Will you stand now? Congratulations, what an amazing feat. Graduates who have distinguished themselves in their academic work by graduating with honors are listed in your program and can be identified by their honor cords. As I identify each honors group, please stand. Gold. Gold signifies summa cum laude. Would you please stand? Thank you. Please be seated. Red. Red signifies magna cum laude. Would you please stand? Thank you. Please be seated. White. White signifies cum laude. Would you please stand? Thank you. Please be seated. Phi Kappa Phi is the University of Memphis's highest all-discipline academic honor society. It represents the top 10% of each college or school on campus. Would all the members of Phi Kappa Phi, including the faculty and administration, please rise and be recognized? Thank you. Please be seated. We're pleased to have with us today Mr. Kim Barnett. Mr. Barnett is president for the National Alumni Association, an association life member, and serves on the board of directors. He received both his bachelor's and executive MBA from the University of Memphis. Mr. Barnett?
Good morning. And congratulations to all of you from the National Alumni Association. I'm Kim Barnett, and I want to welcome you into that club that Dr. West talked about earlier, the over 165,000 alumni of the University of Memphis. You're helping to keep this city true blue. Again, I want to be the first to say congratulations from the Alumni Association. Today marks the beginning of an exciting chapter in your journey, and it is also the first day of your life as an alumni or alumnus of the University of Memphis. You are now part of a true blue Tiger family, which includes the likes of such notable alums as Bernice Donald, a judge for the Federal District Court, Anthony Penny Hardaway, former NBA player and Memphis philanthropist, also the Honorable Mayor of Memphis, Mr. James Strickland, and of course, someone who you heard from earlier, Mr. Donald E. Godwin. As a special welcome, the Alumni Association is pleased to present to each of you a complimentary first-year associate membership to the Alumni Association, which will be mailed with your diploma. The association has more than 70 clubs, chapters, and programs based on academics, geography, or special interests which you may join. Join us, as every great city deserves a great university. Every great university has a great alumni association, and I also encourage you to give back to your university when you can. Again, please give back to your university when you can. Just remember, you are our future and a part of our family. You are true blue Tigers, and you are a member of the Memphis National Alumni Association. And we say congratulations and go Tigers.
Thank you, Mr. Barnett. Each college will now proceed to the stage. The graduate students precede undergraduate students by college or school.
These are the graduates who have earned a degree in the University College. Dr. Dan Lattimore, Dean. Emily Catherine Moten, Student Marshal. University College is receiving the Bachelor of Professional Studies degree. The following candidates have earned the Master of Professional Studies. Mia Atkins Beeson. Danielle Marie Chavez. Patricia E. Ernest. Whitney Shanae Horton. Jennifer Elaine McNeil. Lamont J. Ruffin. Margaret Smith Swift. The following candidates have earned the Bachelor of Professional Studies degree. Kristen Belford. David W. Garrison. Muhammad Amr Iqbal. Jeffrey C. McVeigh. Kristen Staten. Courtney Danielle Wheeler. Curtis O'Neill Glasgow. Corey Joyner. Catherine Grace Owens. Alana Rose Pennington. Brittany Renee Adams. Brianna M. Alexander. April Nicole Bailey. Jasmine Marie Baskin. Jeffrey Lanier Beckton II. Shannon C. Boyd. Derica Denise Broger. Shanta Patrice Brooks. Put it here. Shakia Simone Bruce. Sydney Janae Birchfield. Riquetta Caldwell. Raven Nicole Calloway. Christopher Russell Camp. Desi Suzanne Chavez. Cody Costa. Ariana Davini Davis. David Dodge. Alexis Shante Dondal. Nadia D. Drumgool. Jose Elizondo. Lanisha Nicole English. Daniel Hurd. Malia Brooke Farmer. Rodney Darnell Freiser Jr. Mallory Wakeham Gatlin. Kadisha Nicole Green. Meredith Carol Green. Rachel Hannah. Sarah Elizabeth Hansel. Naquita M. Harris. Tijuana Michelle Harris. Adonis Hayes. Adrian Willette Hill. Leunion Hobbs Lyles. Elizabeth Hughes. Annie Ivory. Chris Kyle Jensen. Alexis Johnson. Jody Marcel Johnson. Kateria Danielle Johnson. Kivia Johnson. Angel Misty Jones. Vernon L. Jones. Marvette D. Key. Tess Colsar. Benjamin Michael Kunzman. Garner Susanna Leslie. Julia Marie Lewis. Alexis Renee Lloyd. Rhonda Latrice Love. Ned Terrell Johnson. Misha Arikia McMorris. Michelle S. McNeil. Christopher Mitchell. Melissa A. Morgan. Tanya D. Morrow. Nandi I. Murphick. Barry Keith Nash. Casey Turner Newcomb. Bushra Noor. Bushra Noor. Kwanzaa Leah Ozier. Tierney Lachey Palmer. Tiffany D. Paulette. Donald Ray Pennington Jr. Katie Perry. Tajma S. Phillips. Lakiria Monique Price. Kristen Nicole Quick. Mary E. Rabelais. Terica C. Ramsey. Alicia Diane Rogers. Pernell Demetrius Salisbury Sr. Beldina Kwazu Schaefer. Hannah Marie Scott. Jessica Melton Sellers. Tracy Lynn Simon. Andrea A. Smith. Pamela Shree Smith. Parisha Monique Smith. Sabrina Smith. Shannon Smith. Cassandra Joyce Stanfield. James Edward Townsend III. Antronice L. Travis. Victoria Truong. Brantley E. Turner. Anastasia Victoria Tyson. Rose Ann Usultan. Liz M. Vale. Carol C. Ward. Valerie C. A. Weir. Brett Michael White. Wayne Allen Williams. Whitney Lachey Williams. Erin Yakia Woods. Sheila Tonette Woods. Jocelyn Lene Yates. Malkia Okolo Young. The following candidates have earned the Master of Arts in Liberal Studies degree. Myra L. Andrews. The following candidates have earned the Bachelor of Liberal Studies degree. Shannon Simone Violet Marie Rock. Jillian Wilder Childress. Karen Lynn Martinez. Jerry Norville. Jimmy Andre Rutledge. Misha Virdenette Lockett Bailey. Allison Megan Bellows. Garrett Emerson Bowen. Chalita C. Burnett. Anna Craig. Ahmad Rashad Crawford. Cassandra Marie Darrow. Cassandra Lynn Elliott. Tawana Lavette Gibbs Chambers. Jessica Harper. Renee Harris. Alexandria Hillelman. Shantara Nikindra Hest. Ashley Dominique Hobson. McKendron A. Johnson. Chandrika Morris Kahn. Catherine Olivia Knickerbocker. Samuel John LaRose. Michael Joseph Logan. Madeline Matthews. Latasha Yvonne Nesbitt. Lori D. Nicholson. Brandon Edward Person. Sharon Elizabeth Prayer. Kimberly Therese Elbide. Paquita Chantel Redmond. Megan Ryan. Caitlin Jean Saxon. Victoria Lee Sherrill. Aaron Sisk. Keisha L. Springer. Doreen Lewis Thompson. Crystal L. Turner. Jasmine Eunice Walker. Pushante Jaquise Waller. Tamika V. Ward. Michelle Marie Williams.
These are the graduates who have earned a degree in the College of Communication and Fine Arts. Moira Logan, Interim Dean. Cassie Duck, Student Marshal, College of Communication and Fine Arts. Cassie is receiving the Bachelor of Arts degree. The following candidates have earned the Master of Architecture degree. Barry Mark Allman. Oscar Andrade. The following candidates have earned the Master of Arts degree. Erika Rashandra Smith. The following candidates have earned the Master of Music degree. Bianca Cecile Balderrama. Dean G. Jones. Alan L. Moody. Akita Monique Murray Jones. The following candidates have earned the Bachelor of Arts degree. Aiden Caitlin Boatman. Michelle Mitchell. Brandon Reynolds. John Clifford Black. Kyle Gurry Giles. Sydney Nicole Neely. James Riles. Angela M. Williams. Jamario Bibbs. Andrea Booman. Robert Kohei. Clay Anthony Crenshaw. Emily Jean Ferris. Mariah Kleingen. Bruce Anthony II. Harris Claude Bitcham. Marley Renee Bowers. Kevin Brooks. Cameron Lynn Brown. Maishala Nicole Bryant. Megan Elaine Bush. Rebecca Michelle Butcher. Brian A. Cranford. Kelly Ann DeCruz. Kendall Dalrymple. Quentin Marsalis Dean. Isaac Mitchell Erickson. David Evans. Daniel Farrell. Destiny P. Freeman. Shelby Lynn Garrison. Alexandria Nicole Gary. Kiera Gates. Jordan Hale. Kristen Nicole Hall. James E. Huff. Sterling Von Jewell. Mackenzie Benjamin Joy. Catherine E. Kirby. Gabriel Adam Kuhn. Quinton Lamb. Podrig J. Lantrip. Ashley N. LaRue. Logan Loffenberg. Natalie Grace Poe Lease. Jordan Me Lindsay. Sue Ellen Nicole Lopez. Victoria Martin. Tiara Marjay Mathis. Lawrence Everett Moten. Summer LaJoyce Morgan. Elizabeth Alexandra Murphy. Sandra Lachey Nash. Samuel Prager. Melinda Lynn Rogers. Terrence Q. Salisbury. Kira Shawa. James Simpson. Rachel Spite. William Henry Suggs III. Tori Tatiana Thompson. Camilla Catrice White. Rodriguez White. Caitlin Woolley. The following candidates have earned the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree. Jared Dwayne Harden. Fatima Mohammed Al-Kebsh. Michelle Ventrini. Tiffany Nicole Brantley. Michael Joshua Coker. Ashley Aaron. Zuri Allen. Claire Brumlev. Jasmine Ford. Camaria Gunn. Deshae Lanice Johnson. April S. Kirkwood. Karen Marie Nichols. Lauren Chantal Nix. Abigail Nicole Pullman. Joshua Rounds. Ellie Walker. Jeffrey M. Ware. Robert Austin Winstead, Jr. Jasmine Andrea Woods. The following candidates have earned the Bachelor of Music degree. Mary Love Heimbrook. Anna Victoria Bailey. Stephen R. Burton. Miles Ely. Harold Jawan Hayward.
These are the candidates who have earned a degree in the College of Arts and Sciences. Dr. Thomas Neenan, Dean. Rachel Elizabeth Waters, Student Marshal, College of Arts and Sciences, is receiving the Bachelor of Arts degree. Nathaniel Van Kampen, Student Marshal, College of Arts and Sciences, is receiving the Bachelor of Science degree. The following candidates have earned the Master of Arts degree. Alyssa Michelle Alchokachi. Marissa Elise Bruce. Diana Chacon. Talita Espikatsky Bofman. Sarah L. Ford. Jessica Elizabeth Gillespie. Jean Elizabeth Hopper. Caleb Joseph Kipowitz. Dagan Michelle Lauren. Jemana Madani. Chrislyn Phillips. Alexander Rosenberg. Stanley Leander Shotwell II. Daryl E. Stevens. Heather Caitlin Sumner. Paul Marino Thornton Jr. Megan Elizabeth Warren. Emily Kalani White. The following candidates have earned the Master of City and Regional Planning degree. Mandana Hushyar. Donquetta Michelle Singleton. Merritt Elizabeth Tollison. The following candidates have earned the Master of Fine Arts degree. Brett Vincent LeBeau. Andy Charles Ross. The following candidates have earned the Master of Public Administration. Ashley Edom Ayikwe. Javeria Alejandra Gutierrez. Nicholas Jensen. Lisa Ann Overall. The following candidates have earned the Master of Science degree. Tara Benia. Sharifa Begum. Soiket Dash. Shanshan Gao. Kyle Jeremiah Lynch. Ryan Timothy O'Connor. Sindhu Priya Ogu. Holly Michelle Renault. John Michael Shrine Jr. Sujit Shrese. Robin Ann Snow. Catherine Soplata. Parya Sare. The following candidates have earned the Bachelor of Arts degree. Kayla Rose Clifton. Derek Anderson Cooper. Louis M. Falk. Valisa Renee Harris. Anne Marie Hoover. Lauren Estelle McGee. Courtney Elizabeth Bailey. Elizabeth Cecile Broughton. Nadia Chowdhury. Elizabeth Ashley Claiborne. Taylor Leanne Clift. Courtney Lee Davis. Darby Drinkard. Daniel J. Evans. Lauren Elizabeth Flynn. Kirby Frizzell. Sarah Elizabeth Gibson. Brandy Lynn Hunsucker. June Lee. Jacqueline Nicole Murray. Carly Michelle Oakley. Christina M. Owens. Jessica Price. Carrick Adams. Timothy Griffin Ross. Harrison Lee Sale. Laura A. Sharp. Nancy Rebecca Sparkman. Bradley Garrett Starnes. Lauren N. Stout. Jocelyn Suarez. Elena Elizabeth Taylor. Dylan Turner. Retonya Fennell Watson. Jacob Weaver. Denzel Anthony. William Baronsky. Sarah Ann Bay. Alexis Boucher. Sean William Bradley. Courtney Elizabeth Brummett. Kimberly Ann Burke. Mary Catherine Carnes. Asia Clark. Skylar Mary Cruthers. Michael Eaton. Anthony Louis Gutowski. Michelle Renee Howard. Brianna Nicole Johnson. Patricia Ann Jones. Hunter Keogh. William Barrett Kitterman. Katie Marie Matney. Krista F. Minieto. Bria Shade Mitchell. Michael Mueller. Gary E. Nally. Aubrey L. Odom. Colleen Pasley. Tiffany Carter Richardson. Enrique Royster. Najat A. Sharif. Lauren Britton Tully. Stephen A. Turner. Bobby Jack Wyatt. Rachel Alexander. Jasmine Allen. Melissa L. Allen. Blake Owen Algeyer. Christina Marie Eviotti. Jessica Taylor Baker. Michael Anthony Barber. Stephen Michael Barziza. Tyler Renee Bell. Twyla Tyshawn Bell. Sarlicia R. Blue. Dominique Aaliyah Boga. Kiana Bonner. Ashley Victoria Boone. Regina Bowen. Mary Kathy Bracey. Jennifer Brewer. Stacy Brewer. Caitlin Joyce Brick. Tyler L. Berkeley. Kelsey Elizabeth Georgianne Burton. Chandrika Renee Carter. Demario Rodriguez Chafin. Ephraim Emil Chisholm II. Caitlin Victoria May Korfman. Jennifer P. Crawford. Victory Ariel Douglas. Jerry Dean Evans Jr. Lauren Nicole Flowers. Cody Frizzle. Shaquille Full-Wiley. Brianna Von Shea Gatlin. Magnolia Gatlin. Tracy Gauze. Catherine Gensler. Jacob A. Geyer. Jasmine Glaspie. Lainey B. Goodwin. Joshua Lane Graham. Lakeisha Denise Grandberry. Willie Grayson. Anna Elizabeth Griffin. Michael L. Griffith. Casey Lynn Grimes. Andrew Thomas Gross. Brooke Harrison. Linnea Elise Hawthorne. Torian D. Hester. Jessica Lindsay Tyler Hill. Paige D. Hill. Joseph Howard. Kimberly Doris Ingram. Shaquavia Janae Jenkins. Jamie Johnson. Catrice Janae Johnson. Kendra Lynette Jones. Radha Kunda. Cherry Danielle Lanier. Sharonique Quinietta Layton. Justin Olay. Rhonda Dimitrik Lomax. Brianna Monique Long. Janae B. Love. Dustin Marking. Taylor Martchek. Rhetorica Patrice Matthews. Corey Dewan McClatchy. Nicole McGuire. William P. Middleton. Jessica Taylor Miller. Tara Joanne Miller. Raven Caprice Moody. Eliza Montefalcon. Michelle L. Morgan. Michaela Morrison. Matthew Lee Moss. Sharika Renee Myers. Jerisha Elizabeth Neal. Lindsay Doolin. Denise Corrine Nichols. Carly O'Connell. Shavani D. Patel. Sharon D. Payne. Hannah R. Pence. Lorena Perez. Kriana DeLos Poe. Shantae Lavera Powell. Lisa M. Prayer. Kayla Tennille Ray. Rebecca Ann Anderson Reeves. Jared Alexander Reynolds. Selena Rivers. Alexis Harper. Christopher Roberson. Renita Rucker. Hamrick Wallace Schumpert. Alex Scott. Jasmine Shannon. Ellen Virginia Shapiro. Brittany Michelle Shelley. Eleanor Coleman Simmons. Alexandria D. Smith. Asia Joy Snowden. Gabrielle Steele. Jeanette Chow. Elena Babu Thomas. Robert Thorne Jr. Kimberly Danielle Todd. Jabril Nakim Tony. James Robert Turner. Jasmine Turner. Bradley Scott Turin. Charles Offerman. Christian Kaya Walk. Jessica Nicole Wallace. Adam Colby Weinberg. Billy Patrick Wheeler. Demetra Elaine Windless. Stephanie Helen Winter. Vanessa Shantae Young. The following candidates have earned the Bachelor of Science degree. Kaylee Brooke Burneen. Allie Maxwell. Jacob Connard Mullins. Nicholas Michael Gordon. Williams Green. William Cannon Moyer. Stephen Zachary Harrett. Amber Wren Oliver. Naomi J. Rodriguez. Andrea Antic. Vin Hu Chao. Joseph M. Sikowski. Victoria Davis. Gianni Lucia. Kayla Nicole Somerville. Ronaldo Zuniga Aguirre. Stephen M. Ballou Jr. Carolyn Sue Behrman. Kayla Danielle Bonner. Trevor Scott Cook. Khadidra Nicole Dean. Jasmine Cherie Elmore. William Len Embry. Lucas Garcia Roma Navoa. Amanda Gelsinger. Taylor Sky Herndon. Luis Manuel Hegareda Jr. Trent Hill. Portia Jenkins. Gregory Lewis Lawrence. Coroni Rashana Little. Frederica Marshall. Jawan Laterial Moore. Cordarius Muse. Eritrea Naguse. Jeannie M. Newell. Edward Prince III. Colin Ashton Smith. Thao Truong. Joshua Wayne Vickers. Courtney Chanel Washington. Shanice Renee Wilkes. Kevin Christopher Williams.
Please join me in giving our graduates one last hand, if you would. At this time, if you would join me in saluting the veterans that we have graduating today as well. Let's say congratulations and thank you for your service, veterans. I'm sure that all of you will want to join me in expressing a genuine sense of gratitude to a group of very special people who for several years now have worked with you as you have pursued your educational goals. They have invested in your lives. Let me ask if this representative group of faculty with us today would please stand so that we can acknowledge and thank them with a warm round of applause. Faculty and staff, thank you. The completion of an academic degree is never accomplished alone. Much appreciation and gratitude for the support and encouragement is owed to those closest to us, our parents, our spouses, our siblings, significant others, children, and friends. Will those in the audience today please stand so we may recognize and thank you for all that you have done. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. And I agree, it is something to celebrate and enjoy. A wonderful accomplishment for all of our graduates today. Following the alma mater, students and guests are requested to remain in their seats for the recession of the platform party and faculty. I want you to please stand now and turn to page 66 of your program and join us as we sing our alma mater.
Stand firm, O alma mater, through all the years to come. In days of youth and beauty, thy halls have been our home. In time of preparation,